rip into it.
Yep.
Are you starting to record now?
Yeah, but don't worry, I'll chop
I've
it
got
up.
20 questions, okay?
Yep.
We're doing things a little bit different today.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask you 20 questions and then we'll get into who you are and what you're all about. So bear with me. Okay. Morning person or night owl?
It's probably changed. It was a night owl, but I've gone to a morning person.
Black or white?
Black.
Air travel or road trip?
Yeah.
TV or radio?
TV.
Heels or flats?
Flats.
iPhone or Samsung?
iPhone.
Meat pie, fruit pie?
Meat pie.
Rugby, cricket?
Rugby.
Electric blanket or hot water bottle?
Electric blanket.
Coffee or cocktails?
Coffee.
Sunburn or mozzie bites?
Sunburn.
Gifts or gestures?
Gifts.
Small talk or deep and meaningful?
Small talk.
Laugh until you cry or laugh until you snort?
Laugh until I cry.
Brunch or dinner?
Dinner.
Movies or music?
Music.
Summer or winter?
Summer.
Twitter or Instagram?
Instagram.
Makeover or shopping spree?
Shopping spree.
Oh, yeah, I'm glad you said that, bro. Isaac Savage from Gladrap here in Mojo's North Shore, Auckland. Here with, cruiserweight up-and-comer and, champion in his own right, Asher Derbyshire. Welcome.
Thank you.
So, mate, you're up here for a bit of training.
Yes.
How often are you coming up to Auckland at the moment?
We just started this week, so we'll be back and forth probably at least once a week. Yeah. For the next 5, I think, weeks.
For those watching back home, you're obviously from Wellington.
Yep.
Born and raised. What's your story?
Born and raised in Wellington. Basically, I got into boxing a long time ago, and then I just needed. I found that I wasn't really improving down there, so.
So you started at quite a young age boxing?
Yeah, I did. Sorry, I started about 17, just for fitness and things like that, for rugby actually.
Yeah.
And then I got into a couple of coaches down there. Started amateur, got a few fights as an amateur, and then sort of fell off again and played rugby, and then came back to boxing, and I decided to just turn professional.
Yep.
And then had I think 2 fights against James Langton actually, and after that,
what's his nickname?
Batman.
Batman. He fought Monty.
Yes,
a couple of times.
Both of them. He fought both Montys.
Wow.
Yeah. So after that, I decided I needed to probably pick up my game and lock in a bit better training and stuff like that.
So he beat you?
No, I won those 2.
Oh, well,
yeah.
He's a tough guy though.
Yeah.
So I was going to say, if you did lose, then nothing to, get too upset about, because he has beaten a few guys and he is pretty tough in his own right.
Well, it was actually both of our debuts. So we were both pretty new at the game. I never fought him after that. So we both debuted against each other on our first 2 fights. So the first one was our pro debut, and then we rematched probably a couple of months later. And I was able to win those 2, which was pretty good. And then I just wanted to step it up, and we got a hold of Henry Schuster.
Yep.
And he invited us up for a week. So I did that for a week, went back home, and then he invited us up to do some runs with Shane.
When you saw the fight with James Langton and Monty on TV, did you think, man, I should be on there, I could be beating Monty?
I would have liked to have been in there, that's for sure.
Where were you at that time though? Were you boxing?
I was boxing. Actually, I had my professional career probably slowed down a bit, and James really took off over that time. And so it was quite cool to watch. I definitely would have liked to be the one in there, that's sure.
But sometimes for a fighter, it's that inspiration you see or need on TV, or whether it's something that you have fought, is in that pinnacle, that moment, and you think, hey, this is my moment, this is my glory, but it's all quite cyclical, because here we are now, you've got a massive fight on July the 15th against Zane Hopman. Now, what do you know about this guy?
I don't know too much. I know he's actually, from what I've seen, he looks pretty decent with his basics. Like, he's a good straight puncher, nice and fit, and things like that, which will make it pretty tough for me. But that's why I do it.
Exactly. I mean, I did see you at the fight night a couple weeks back recording.
Yes.
And look, I mean, hey, why not? That's what a lot of fighters do.
Yeah.
You probably watched the footage.
Yeah.
Just seeing him fight, the times I have seen him, He's got that range, he's got a long
Yeah.
jab. Do you say you've got a style to, what would your style be? Because this is quite a long range
He's
boxer.
quite rangy. To be honest, I try to do the same sort of stuff, but we're not really working on just the style. We want to be able to cover all things. So if we get a guy that's more rangy, I've got those tools to get in and do the job as well. So we're not really concentrated on one style.
Yep.
It just depends on what we come up against.
No, it was good to see you then. It's going to be great to see it fight in Masterton on July 15th.
Yeah.
It is in his hometown, but
Yes.
not too far away from yours. Have you got a crew coming up?
Yes, we do. Actually, I run a gym down in Wellington called Wellington Boxing Gym actually, and we have about 8 of them on the undercard.
Oh wow! Okay.
So we've stacked our guys on the undercard. So hopefully we get a lot of support coming over from Wellington.
You're from the same city too as Joe Blackburn.
Yes.
Have you sparred him? Are you guys in the same circle?
No, I haven't done any sparring with him, but I see him around and stuff like that.
Because what area of Wellington are you? I mean, there's like Porirua, there's
I'm more in town, and Joe's out Upper Hutt, so we're actually quite far away from mixing it up. Yeah.
So here at Mojo's gym, what's the relationship with? Is it Jerome?
Yes, Jerome runs this. Actually, I haven't been up here since it's turned into this.
It's looking pretty different.
Yeah, it's looking pretty sharp. So it's the first time I've actually seen it like this.
Yeah, it's looking good. I mean, did you get
He's done a
some
good
rounds
job
this morning?
Yeah, I got some rounds in with Junior and
Junior Farr.
yeah, and
Jeepers, he's a big boy.
oh, he's a big boy. It was pretty scary.
Yeah, man.
But I like that. I like that stuff because it just gives me more confidence to go off. If I can jump in the ring with guys like him, by the time it comes to fight night, my confidence got to be up there, surely.
Well, that's a good mentality to have too, and a lot of fighters do that. They fight the heavier guys.
Yeah.
And if they can take a shot from them, then it should be. I wouldn't say easy because you're still getting hit, but Zane definitely won't have the power.
No.
Just so rightly shouldn't he? Because he's not as heavy as him.
Yeah.
Also, that height. Junior Farr's about 6'4".
Yeah,
6'5".
he's a bit of a beast.
And you're what would you be at 6'5"?
Probably right on 6.
Because we were talking about
Struggling.
it before. You are a cruiser.
Yeah.
You're too light for heavy, but
Yes.
too heavy for heavyweight.
Yeah. So it's a bit of a. I've always had that through my boxing. Like in amateurs, it's the same deal, but it's called heavyweight, which would be cruiserweight.
So did you start off at cruiser, or were you in?
I started off. Well, when I was younger, I started off as cruiser, but I was about 86, and then I tried to drop down to light heavy, but I got to 83, and then it just stopped. So
okay. Similar weight to Nick. We're just talking about the Greek. Have you and him ever sparred or?
Yes, we've done a few rounds. Leading up to my last fight, I was coming up here and we did a few rounds. We've done a couple actually. So over the times I've been boxing. Yeah.
And who are your favourite fighters? I mean, every boxer has someone they like to emulate or they just love watching. Who are some of your favourite fighters?
I've got a lot. I don't have anyone that I really sit down and look over, but I definitely like, and it's not really in my weight category actually. I do like the Manny Pacquiao and the Mayweather. I actually probably rate Mayweather quite highly, and I know a lot of people think he's boring and stuff, but he's actually really skillful and he does a lot of work.
So in saying that, who out of Mayweather and Conor McGregor?
Oh, Mayweather, easy.
Do you think we'll go the distance, or he finish
Ooh, I don't know. I think he might go the distance. Mayweather hasn't knocked anyone out for a long time, so yeah.
And in saying that, with other New Zealand fighters, what are your thoughts on the rise of Joseph Parker?
Yeah, I think that's awesome. I think it's really good. It's good for New Zealand boxing, and it's good to put someone on the map that in New Zealand, which does a lot for guys like us, I suppose. It just gets more exposure for everyone. So I think it's awesome, and I hope it keeps going and keeps getting those titles. Interesting
the fact that the guy that you actually sparred this morning,
Jimmy
Farr, is one of the only guys that actually beat Joseph Parker.
Yes. He's another one that I really rate, and I think he'll do big things in the coming future, that's for sure.
Did you see his last fight? I was going pretty crazy when he fought in the States on the same card as Izu. Were you watching that fight?
Yes, I was.
And is that something after you get, because obviously you're fighting for a strap on July 15th.
Yeah.
After that, obviously you're going for the win. What's next? Do you want to retain the title, fight Australia and abroad?
To be honest, I'm just thinking about this one at the moment, but I would like to fight the best over here, and I think one of the best is definitely Lance Bryan. So if we could sit down and maybe suss something out, there would definitely be something I'd look forward to.
That's a tough little guy. And
Very
saying that,
tough.
who, out of all your amateurs and your pro fights, who has been the hardest fight for you, or who would you remember the most?
That's a good call. Just trying to remember who I fought.
Who, when you hit, they just didn't go down, you thought, what the heck is this guy made of? Is this guy human?
I fought as the first fight under Henry Schuster. I fought a guy called Freddie Miller, who was on Sam Rapira's card, who was meant to be 100 kgs. I started off as a heavyweight, and he came in at 135, and we still took the fight. I was 95 kgs, and yeah, that felt like I got hit by a train every time I got punched by him, and that was actually pretty tough. I would hit him, and it was just like I was stinging him or something, like with a mozzie bite or something like that.
So is there any sort of like, it's just, you sometimes talk about what you do outside of the ring. Do you have any rituals, and do you do things before the fight that's quite almost like religious or ritual before you fight?
Nah, I don't actually. I just try to do whatever I'm comfortable with doing. I'm a big fan of not, like, people say you got to feel this way or you got to write yourself up, but I'm a big, whatever you are, you are. Like, if you're coming in and you're nervous, just embrace that and you just be nervous.
Is there a go-to food or something you just love to have after fights, like chocolate cake, beer, something you always go to?
Yeah, I definitely am a McDonald's fan.
What, big chicken?
Yeah, a Big Mac and a triple cheeseburger. Mayonnaise, has to be mayonnaise.
Hey, we better check, is there a McDonald's in Masterton? There is
one. there better be. There better be.
We just came back from the UFC weigh-in. We've got Mark Hunt on the cards. What are your thoughts about other fighting sports, whether it be kickboxing, MMA, and for example, Mark Hunt?
Oh, I think that they're definitely awesome. It's awesome to have fighting combat sports in New Zealand, and he's just another guy making a name for New Zealand and the sport. For me, literally trying to do it, I would not want to. I think it's pretty brutal, and I probably couldn't kick over my waist as well, so I'd be pretty shit at it.
We're finding that kickboxers and MMA guys are having to go to boxing gyms sometimes to sharpen their hands. Say you got a call and you had a few MMA fighters that wanted to come in to do some rounds to sharpen their hands. Are you open to that?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'll definitely be keen on doing some rounds, and they're probably good at doing stuff in their own right, so it would help me learn as well. So.
Well, as long as you're doing your ground stuff, right? Have you done any? You said you do the rugby, you do the boxing. Is there any other sports that you play outside of
No. Not really now. It's basically just boxing, and yeah, before that was rugby, and that was all I really was my go-to actually.
Nice. I mean, what did you find too with the difference? Sometimes rugby players that have gone to boxing say they got more injuries in rugby. Have you found that most of your injuries were from rugby than boxing?
Big time. And I got a lot more head injuries actually as a rugby player.
How crazy is that though?
It is.
Boxing is a punch sport where people are trying to hit you in the head.
Yeah.
So you're not going back to rugby, you're going to stick it out with boxing for now?
Yeah, I'll definitely stick it out. If I went back to rugby now, I'd definitely be just for social and stuff like that, to have fun with my mates and things like that.
Now, who on the card should we be looking out for on July the 15th that you think is going to bring some fireworks?
Good call. We actually have a heavyweight in our gym called Ed Fianati. He's I probably said his last name wrong there, but he's been hanging around for a while with me, and we're looking at turning him amateur and doing some stuff with him after. So he's a big boy, and he can punch, and he's actually pretty skillful, so he'll be one of our guys to look out for sure. And Hilu, apparently he's on the fight, and I really like that guy. Yeah. I really rate that guy.
I don't know the card off the top of my head yet, but I don't know who he's fighting.
I don't know who he's fighting, but he's always someone good to watch out for.
It'd be good. Did you see the last, you were there at Shane Cameron night, and what are your thoughts on the main event with Junior Farr and Hunter? Yeah,
good. I think some people could probably probably criticised Junior a little bit, but Sam Hunter's a decent
durable,
fighter.
wasn't he?
He's durable.
Tank.
And he's done he's been in with a lot of tough big dudes. So Junior beat him unanimous, was it?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's.
I think it just showed how tough Hunter is.
Yeah.
Because Junior was hitting with everything.
Oh, exactly.
That he could. I thought his performances were better in America, but maybe people turn it up for certain situations. Like the Warriors, for example. Yeah. They beat the best teams and then lose against the worst.
Yeah, well, that's it.
Do you find that's how you perform as well?
Yeah. Actually, my better fights are probably the ones with the better guys. That's for sure. I don't know. It's something about stepping up and giving them a good push.
In saying that, they say people that do fight sports are quite high risk takers. High risk, high reward.
Yeah.
Do you do other things like, would you jump out of a plane, bungee jump? Have you done anything crazy like that?
Nah, not at the moment. I can't say I have. Nah, not really. The one thing I do like doing is just going fast. So anything that's fast, I definitely like going fast.
Motorbikes, cars, that kind of
cars, boats, all that sort of stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what do you have to say to anyone out there watching, thinking of doing boxing and not quite sure if they want to jump in and even do a bit of training?
Man, I reckon just do it. Go for it. It's a really good sport. There's some really good people in here. I don't know where I'd be if I didn't do it. So it's a sport that I totally recommend. That's for sure.
And for Wellington Boxing Gym, obviously you're located in Central City?
We're out in Kilburnie.
Yeah. And you've got a Facebook, Instagram, that kind of thing?
Yeah, so it's all go there. If you just want to hit us up, feel free to do that.
And it's a fight gym, boxing gym?
Fight gym, well, everything boxing basically. We do skills, box fit and fighters classes. So we cover everything with boxing.
And you jump in and spar with the fighters as well?
Yeah. When I can jump in, I'll jump in.
Awesome. You heard it here first. GladrapChannel, 15th of July. It's going to be a big showdown for the, what strap is it? Cruiserweight? NZBPA?
Yes.
Title. And be there or be square. It's going to be a great night. We're going to be there. Asher's going to be there and hopefully taking the title back to Wellington.
Yes.